Hello and welcome to the Redflex, the one and only channel in the world run by four Manchester United supporting brothers from Manchester. And today we have a shred of light, a glimpse of light at the end of the dark tunnel that was last week. And Manchester United have defeated the mighty Newcastle United by 4 goals to 1. I have a lot to say, but I will start with you has.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed watching this game. I think we dominated 90% of the game. Unfortunate start for us. I think it was interesting to see to see how we reacted. I just thought, it's going to end up being one of those games where conceded one, we probably end up conceding another, and then it's just, we might somehow end up getting a draw, but we probably end up losing it. But fair play to the lads. Great reaction, controlled the game well. But Matt had a really good game, really good, choice from Ole to actually play him because he found the pockets. He was able to link it up a bit, and it worked really well. And all the goals were, great goals. I think Fernandes was unlucky with his first one, which would have been probably, like a, big like contender for like goal of the month at least. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I can't really criticize any player. I can't criticize the way we played, anything like that. I'm more than happy with the way it all ended up. Yeah.
Abdul.
Very similar to what Harris said. The way we started, I thought, oh no, not again. With Luke Shaw and goal, very unlucky. After that, I think we improved a lot. I mean, to be fair, this was last season, towards the start of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's tenure. We probably would have folded and completely collapsed. But I think we're a lot stronger now. We did actually fully recover, and especially in the second half, around about, I think it's about the 70-minute mark, 65 minutes mark, we were really, really good when Newcastle decided to actually open up and then try to chase the game. At that point, we looked really good.
I'm going to break it down. I'm going to as quick as I can go through like my emotions during the game. So when I saw the team sheet, I was like, what the hell is this? This is I was ready. I was Ollie out. I was getting my tweets lined up for the Ole out, everything. I was like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Did not have the balls to drop Maguire. Had the balls to drop Pogba though. I'll give him that. But and then the first goal went in, and I was ready. I cannot video because I was gonna absolutely tear into him. But I'll hold my hands up. I gotta respect Ollie and the team this time. This particular match. This is why. Because today they showed me something tactically. They showed me something that looked like they were actually doing something in the training ground. There was loads of one-touch link up on the wings. How I think looking at the team sheet, you would have thought, nah, this ain't the one. But when they actually played the game, the way I saw the game was we gave up the position on the wings. Mata was inside. Daniel James was inside. We overloaded the middle. Which gave space to our wingbacks, who actually started doing something today. Actually saw our wingbacks involved in an important part of the pitch. So I thought tactically that was wonderful. Any of those people who thought, oh, why is Pogba not playing? It was evident because we were doing this rushing into the middle. You needed someone who was going to do the tracking. Pogba doesn't do that. McTominay, Fred, they were up and down. More Fred than anything. McTominay was a little bit of a passenger, but he was doing what he needed to do. Then I saw something else. Then I saw another tactical change from Ollie. When he did eventually bring Pogba on, I thought, why are you taking Fred off? Like, Fred's been amazing. But the reason why he did that was McTominay became the third centre-back. So because he plays that for Scotland, he was just dropping in while everyone was going forward, becoming the third centre-back, essentially becoming a 5-3-2. That was beautiful. The end part where we actually started dominating the game was when we started to play like Pochettino. So all these people are like, oh, we're going to get rid of Ollie and we're going to get Pochettino in. Ollie has started playing like Pochettino. He had 3 number 10s, Mata on the left, Bruno in the middle, Van der Beek was on the left. All of them were just drifting in, doing all sorts of crazy business, madness. and we were dominating the game. So all of those people wondering what it would be like to play under Poch, I think this is it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good that they've put in a performance like this. I think we've got a comment. Is there a comment there?
A couple of comments. Is build a play in possession was impressive tonight. Can we play like this all the time, or was it just a one-off? What's your thoughts, please? I think I went into detail of tactically how I thought we performed, and there's 3 formations there that I saw from Ollie, and I thought going forward, that's going to stand us in good stead. And Abdul, well done on your first host gig.
Oh yeah, well done, Abdul.
It's difficult on your own. It's difficult on your own, to be fair.
Flying without wings, weren't you? Today. But to answer that question, I mean, I think last season we saw it during that run when we went unbeaten. I think this is the kind of performance we were putting in. If people kind of remember, it was very, very similar to this. It was, we had pretty much full control of the game. Obviously, there were moments in any game where obviously like you're gonna give up a chance, or the keeper needs to come out with a top save. But by the way, the game made an excellent save from Wilson, world class save. So
he had a good game. He had a good game, yeah.
Yeah. He had a good game, and it was good for him. But his confidence, it was good that
happy with. But we'll go into that. Sorry, carry on.
It was good that Rashford scored for his confidence as well, and Bruno obviously missed a pen, which was, I was shocked. I'll be honest, I was absolutely shocked. I think it's the first one he's missed in 20. So, but yeah, I mean, end of the day, does it all matter? We've got the win. We've got the 3 points. Gives us a bit of confidence going into the PSG game and going. We've got massive games: Chelsea, Arsenal, Leipzig coming up. I think Martial's suspended for the 2 league games, so unfortunately he's out for the Chelsea game and Arsenal. So obviously we need another way of playing. Whether he brings in Cavani for that and wants to play a different way, or whether he kind of sticks with this kind of formation. I was happy for Dan James as well. Who would have thought he would have ended up playing in his favoured left-hand side? I don't know whether that was because he played well for Wales, or whether Ole always had him earmarked in, to play there, in this game, because I thought he did really well as well. He was driving forward. He got the ball, he didn't just pass it. He was driving forward. He was committing their defenders, and that kind of opened up the space for us as well. Yeah.
Tactically, we were set up for players in their right position. Like everyone was playing in the right position. Like Pogba was not playing a DM trying to do like the forward and back running, because everyone complains about. So he wanted Pogba in the team, but when he actually did bring Pogba in, he adjusted tactically to make sure we would have got the best out of Pogba. Because as soon as Pogba came, Pogba was on it. Yeah. He was charging forward.
He had the freedom.
I am so happy. That's the thing that impresses me the most, that we have a couple of tactics there that we can rotate around, like in-game management. So it started off at one, tweaked it to something else, and when he wanted to really kill the game, he went for something else. That, for me, what makes me most happiest. Abdul.
That is something I think Ollie's been doing. He did that last season as well, to be fair.
Yeah, he did.
Just that, what I've been saying since the start of the season and all kind of the videos we've done this season, is that I just don't think we were fit enough to do what we wanted to do. And it's very evident in this game today. A lot sharper, a lot fitter. It'll be interesting to see the kind of running stats for today's game. I think we would have probably ran the most that we have this season. We were just a lot fitter, a lot sharper. And that's why whatever Ollie did try to do did work this time.
I just want to point out, I just want to point out, this is the thing I mentioned after the game 1 and 2. I was happy to say, look, I'm not too concerned how they're playing. Let's give it after the international break. A lot of them are going to play 2 or 3 games. They'll have the minutes. They'll come back better, and let's judge them after the international break. And look, they play really well.
I agree with that. But a lot of other teams are in the same situation who are a lot sharper than us. So that doesn't really explain that. We had a longer break, etc. Shorter break. But for what I saw today, tactically, we actually looked like we had done something in the training ground. There was a lot of triangles out wide. We were giving them the runaround. We give it run around. Like you would think that we left their wing backs. We're like, no, we're not interested. Mata's inside, Dan James is inside. Our fullbacks are bombing on. There's one-touch play. There's quick interchanges. It actually looked like something that had been worked on in the training ground. So a lot of people, including myself, who were questioning Ollie's tactic, which I admittedly openly say I was questioning his ability to be tactical. Like, it's all right changing to 5 at the back to play against City because you're trying to nullify the game, but this was actually tactical as he was going along. It was in-game management, which for me, I don't think I've seen. Like, I was pleasantly surprised when we went 1-0 down. I was like, no, this is it. We're done. But all of these interplays that I saw, I thought, you know what? I was trying to look for someone who had a bad game. So we'll quickly, we don't want to make it too long. We'll quickly go on. De Gea, any just quick one, two thoughts on De Gea, Harris?
Solid. I thought he did what he had to do. He came in for a bit of, like criticism for the national team. I think their papers kind of had a field day, for the goal he conceded. But I think he's kind of used to that now. But yeah, for me, spot on, solid, 7 out of 10.
Yeah, Abdul.
Yeah, I think with David De Gea, I think he's under extreme pressure at the moment with Henderson. He knows he has to be on point. If he gives an inch, Henderson will take a mile. Ole knows that I've got Henderson in the wings. He's there waiting in the wings, and so does De Gea. And also, I think this season has been a lot better than last season. He's full of errors. He seems more confident, and I think he's more kind of determined not to lose his place. That's why we've seen a massive improvement in his performances.
Okay, we'll try and quickly get through the rest of the team. Wan-Bissaka, I thought the tactics that we came out with gave him the opportunity to go forward, and he did what he needed to do.
Yeah, great I think goal. Obviously, I still think he still needs. Yeah, great goal, first goal, brilliant. Yeah, I mean, he obviously still needs to work on that side of his game, the attacking part. But yeah, sorry for me.
Yeah, for me, I think his first touch was a lot better, a lot sharper. Going forward, he had a bit of space to run in. He was actually doing something this time going forward, so he was kind of effective. He had a lot of space to run into, and he actually was doing something with the ball this time. And a lot of teams just kind of let him have the ball normally, but I think other teams will see what he's done this time round, and actually might send a man near him to make some more space for us, for the players.
Yeah, I think the same probably said for Luke Shaw. Good game. There was space for him. He exploited it well. Unlucky for the goal, for the OG, but otherwise, yeah, I think we can probably say the same for him. Centre backs, again, happy for Maguire. I think Lindelof did okay. Harris?
Yeah, I think it's a special shout out for Maguire. The week he's had and all the press and all the hoo-ha about, even to be fair, all of us kind of said, we don't think he should play. So, I think we take that one back. But he had an excellent game. Great header as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he had an excellent game, but I think you could tell still a few issues with his confidence. He had a few heavy touches, a few times out of position. So he's still not in top form, but a huge improvement from the way he has made a start of the season anyway.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there wasn't that many moments in the game where I was full of dread, like I have been in the pre fixtures. I think we felt a little bit more in control defensively. But yeah, so moving on to the midfield, Fred, I thought was great. McTominay, I think he did what he needed to do. I think a lot of the time in the game was passing him by, whether that was a tactical thing where he was just staying deep, or I didn't really see him get involved that much. But again, we've won the game, so can't really have too many criticisms.
Yeah, I think Fred and McTominay, they've got their kind of like limitations. They're there for a functional purpose, let's say. So, they did what they were asked to do, and they did it well. So yeah, fair play, well played.
Yeah, I think what happened was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer kind of worked out. Defensively, we're not great, and we needed to give the extra support to Lindelof and Maguire, and they did exactly that. And that also brings into question, what is our best midfield? So that raises some more questions, to be honest.
Well, I think it depends, like at different parts of the game. Like I was talking about before, I thought we looked good. We looked good with Fred and McTominay and Bruno, and then when Pogba came on, and then McTominay was literally like a third centre back, and Pogba and Bruno were just bombing forward. I think we looked good. And then when Donny van de Beek was on, I think this is the first time where they've all three been on the pitch at the same time. I thought we looked great as well. Like I think it's horses for courses now, isn't it? Like that for me, that gives me confidence that no matter what he's picking, there's we've got options. Bruno, obviously shocked that he missed the penalty, but great that all those haters from other teams saying that Bruno Fernandes got got a great goal, absolutely wonderful goal from open play and an amazing assist as well.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, I think there was that first goal that got ruled out for offside. That was an absolutely beautiful goal as well. But yeah, I mean, there were moments in the game where he gave the ball away, he got a bit frustrated. So in terms of that, he wasn't spot on, but he's so like influential. He always wants to make that forward pass. He always wants to kind of like look for that killer ball. So yeah, for me, he played really well.
Yeah, for me, I get the impression he's not still fully fit, to be honest. When we got to around 55 minutes, 65, in between that time, he was giving the ball away quite a lot. I thought he was going to go off at that point. But then when Van de Beek came on and Juan Mata kind of then, they were kind of playing as a fluid 3 as a number 10s, as you said, Usman. But at that point, he just came, he just turned into a different player, and he was absolutely amazing at that point. And maybe that's how he wants to play. So maybe that's what happened. He just was a completely different play from that point.
Yeah, I think he didn't really need to do much. He kind of slipped into that sort of left-sided midfield role.
Yeah.
Everyone else forward and just kind of he sat back, but he did what he needed to do. Front line, I think Dan James did a job tactically what he needed to do. Looked sharp, he actually looked like a threat. Like he was running incisive runs centrally. I thought that was great. I think we're going to come on to. I think you're probably going to come on to Matt, how great he was. I think Abdul was particularly impressed with him today. And Marcus Rashford, I'll quickly say, I thought he led the line in a great way, not in a sort of British centre forward hold up ball, because we had so many people around him. All he needed to do was make runs, and he did that job perfectly. So big shout out to Rashford, great goal as well. If anyone,
yeah, I mean, I don't know whether this is what I've mentioned kind of before. I would have liked to see him and Martial interchange a bit more, because I think what Rashford gives you that Martial doesn't. I think Rashford's more willing to go in behind, which we saw today. He's more willing to kind of, turn that defense around and allow, like Fernandes, or if it's Mata playing, or Pogba, to kind of put that ball in over the top, whereas Martial doesn't tend to do that as much. But yeah, I thought he played really well. Yeah. I thought at one point he was injured and he was going to go off, and I thought, right, this is probably going to hurt us, but no, worked out okay.
Yeah, I think in regards to Dan James, I think he should only ever come on the left-hand side. On the right, he's completely ineffective. You shouldn't ever play on the right unless it's an absolute kind of necessary situation where he has to go on the right. I think he has to play on the left, and as you can see in the whole match today, he was effective. He's obviously, he has got pace, but for him to use his pace, he needs to be on the left, because then he can use that pace to kind of cut in on the right. And if he's on the left, he doesn't have that option because he has no left foot. So he needs that. He needs to play on the left. And if he comes on anywhere else other than left, we will all start saying Dan James shouldn't be in the team.
I think he didn't have to run the wing though today. He was more running centrally, whereas when we play him on the right, we expect him to be this line-hugging right winger, which he definitely isn't. But I think the role that they gave him today was perfectly suited to him. So Abdul, your man of the match.
It's a tough one. I think there was a lot of people who kind of from the first 3 games completely stepped up, had a massive improvement in the performance. Bit of a tough one, actually. I think the obvious one is probably Fernandes, but as you alluded to earlier, Usman, I was particularly impressed with Juan Mata. I think whenever he's played this season, you do tend to notice there's more interplay, there's more kind of triangles being used, and it's more one-touch play. That I think that suits the way we want to play. That suits the way that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants to play. So for me, he would be my man of the match.
Harris?
I have to agree, really. I thought he played really, really well. He kind of linked it all up. He kind of, tied it all together, midfield and attack. I didn't quite watch the end of the game to see who BT Sport ended up giving it to officially. But for me, Juan Mata.
Yeah, I think it's pretty close between Mata and Fernandes. They had great interplay between themselves. Mata was all over the place, working hard. putting in through balls, just disrupting their defense. Obviously, if you look at the cold hard stats, then obviously it's probably going to have to give it to Fernandes' goal and assist. Any one of those two, I'd be much happier. Quick one before we end the stream. We've got how important will Maguire's goal be for his confidence?
Yeah, I think I touched on that earlier, isn't it? I think I'm happy that he got the goal. You know, it's one of them, isn't it? You just want to have a normal game. You want to just, you know, he's got his goal. You know, that would have given him a bit of confidence. And I know you mentioned there was a few shaky moments in there, but generally he was really good. So yeah, I'm happy that he's kind of, you know, come back to some sort of form, and hopefully he'll have a similar game on Tuesday.
Yeah, I think for Harry Maguire, I don't think him scoring a goal is going to make him particularly more confident as a defender, but it's something that he should be doing anyway. He's amazing
within
in
himself,
the air.
Within himself.
Yeah, I mean, in the air, he should be scoring those at least 5 goals a season, I'd say. And that's what he was doing before we signed him for Leicester. So I don't think the goal itself would give him more confidence. I think he'll get more confidence with the fact that the way we played today, we didn't really give them many chances. Had shots from outside the box and shot some kind of like weird angles from kind of inside the penalty box, but there wasn't anything too obvious. So I think he did really well today.
So yeah, that was the analysis of Manchester United versus Newcastle United. Manchester United winning 4-1. Particularly impressive performances from quite a lot of the people, and also a tactical masterclass from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to silence all of the critics. But yeah, we have got many more tougher tests coming ahead. Much tougher than this Tuesday against PSG, which we'll be previewing in the next couple of days. So make sure you like, share, subscribe at the channel. Thanks for joining this community. Thanks for joining the Redflex, the one and only channel in the whole world run by 4 Manchester United supporting brothers from Manchester. Again, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.